almost like a desert. There's tumbleweeds and just yellow and sand. It's pretty sketch.
It's basically nothing.
Nothing.
It's like the real Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
Like literally nothing. Like one lane highway.
Super dry.
Not even any other cars really out there driving with us.
And you just go to these little towns that live out there.
Yeah, super, super tiny towns, like one gas station. So, yeah, that was really interesting for a long time. Like, that was most of the drive.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, 90% of the drive from Colorado to Idaho was just desert-like conditions.
Later. Wow, it's right there. You can actually see it. You can't see the flames, but you can just see all the smoke.
You can see where it's going.
Yeah. Kitty. Nice.
And people were honking.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's funny.
So you reach like the Bridger Teton forest.
Yeah, at the very end, we got to drive right through Bridger Teton and Targhee National Forest.
And that's when it gets scenic, like extremely scenic.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
That was beautiful. That was when we finally hit Idaho.
Yeah, and it's really lush. It's like you hit the forest and it just transforms into a whole nother environment.
Yeah.
It's got rivers, evergreens, spruce trees. Really beautiful. Really beautiful. Oh my God.
Didn't know we were going to do sightseeing today.
Yeah. So good over here. Wow, look at that. Wow. This state is beautiful.
I'm liking Idaho immediately.
Yeah, I'm liking it a lot. Like a lot.
Yeah. Then, like our first day, we went to the mall in Idaho Falls to get some cold weather clothing.
Yeah, that was really nice. Reminded us of a 90s mall.
Yeah, it was like going into the Merritt Square Mall in the 90s. So that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Then we did what's called the Snake River Greenbelt, and it was like this really beautiful walk that was actually right behind our hotel, which is the reason that I picked that hotel, because we could just walk straight from there. And it went all along this river into the downtown area, and they even had like a dam waterfall area where they actually produce their own 50% of their own electricity.
Hydroelectric power.
Yeah.
It's really awesome, and it's a really beautiful walk. Up. Stop.
What you think of this spot?
I really like it.
It's really beautiful.
It's the nicest area of Idaho Falls,
Yeah.
I think.
Ready?
We walked all the way down to the Friendship Garden.
Yeah, there's a Japanese Friendship Garden.
Such a cool spot right here. Yeah. It really is.
We stopped at the Sandpiper Restaurant,
Yeah.
which is like right on that segue to eat some dinner. It was pretty good. Had some salmon. It was really good. That restaurant smells really, really good when you're walking right by it.
Yeah. I really like the location because it was right on the Snake River Greenbelt, and like you could see the river and the ducks, and the little kids were feeding the ducks. So
Yeah.
that was really nice. Then we finally were able to go to Yellowstone, and our first stop was in the little town of West Yellowstone.
Oh yes, that was really nice. It reminded us of like a Wild Wild West town. Like,
Yeah.
had all the like Wild Wild West buildings, and it was pretty cool. It just super westerner, like right next to Yellowstone. Really, really awesome
Yeah.
little town.
It was cute.
Do not sit on me. Is that a bison? It's a bison with some wolves on it.
And we got to go to the Grizzly and Wolf
That's
Discovery Center.
One of the highlights of the trip. We got to see grizzly bears playing too. We
Yeah.
saw wolves.
Yeah.
We saw raptors, which are like predatory birds, like eagles, falcons. Not falcons, but well, falcons are part of it, but hawks and what's the other? Oh, an owl, horned owl. And we also saw otters in there as well. And the grizzly bears are huge. Oh my god,
Yeah.
massive. And then the wolves, their eyes are so piercing and beautiful. And so you gotta go there and check it out. It's really awesome.
That was really cool. That was the first time that either one of us got to see those animals ever. So that was super cool.
They're so cute.
That's crazy. Oh my god. That's cute. It's so much. It's so cute. 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 It's so
Nice story.
Wow. I caught her at the end of it. You like looking at the bears?
Yeah, I wanted to see if she was gonna flip it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the bears.
His name is Bridger. And then the
Oh wow, they're fast.
last one that was going first, that is the other boy. His name is Obsidian. And then Shasta, the smaller of the black two, is their sister. And for those of you just joining us a little late, these three are all siblings, as I just mentioned. They're about a year and a half old. So they do still have a little bit of growing to do. They have a little... And with the Kong, it kind of gets their brains working a little bit as to how to figure it out.
He's got peanut butter in there.
Oh, in there?
Yeah.
Being
Trying to
that
get the
today
peanut
is
butter
Friday,
out.
every once in a while we do have casual Fridays with our merchant. So
Yeah. Oh, look at him. Sit down. Cute.
And then it moved.
Then we actually got to go into Yellowstone. It's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
It's got really pristine lakes.
Absolutely. Super clean. Super clean environment.
Standing right on top of a super volcano right now. Wow. Gorgeous, right?
Even though it's freezing.
That water is.
This looks so beautiful. Like so beautiful.
Yeah, look at the
So clear.
sea, like river grass. I don't know what it's called. The air is so like crisp and like so easy to breathe. The temperature right now is just like nice, like 65 degrees right now.
And then one of the first things we saw was this huge herd of bison, like right by the road.
Yeah.
So we got to actually stop and like walk pretty close up to these bison.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta maintain a distance of at least 25 yards. So we got as close as we could at a safe distance, and we got to take photos and just listening to like them howl at each other. It's really cool. And we got to see a mama bison and a calf like just hanging out.
That was so cute.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Oh, one of them was grunting over by the water.
Yeah. Oh, they're huge.
So cute.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. That's so freaking cool. They're just hanging out.
Then we did the first little trail, which is called Fountain Paint Pots.
Yeah.
And it was a trail around these geysers with all these different like type of geysers, and also like these mud mud areas where bubbles were just coming up from the earth.
Yeah.
And that was really cool. All different colors.
You can tell you're like chilling on top of a volcano.
Yeah.
Like the entire time you're in the park. Like it's just like smoking everywhere. Like you see like a bunch of geysers, and it's really awesome.
Yes.
What you think so far?
It's really cool.
Oh, this is all just bacteria.
Yeah, look at this one. Look at the colors.
Yeah.
It's like super.
Wow. You can see the colonies of bacteria. Like,
Oh, look. Oh my god.
oh, wow. Smells like really rotten eggs right here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Are you taking a video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we did the second trail, which was around a couple more. Actually, they weren't really geysers.
They were really geysers. They were like super hot springs.
They're like super hot springs that are all different colors, and there is some smoke coming out of them too. But the main attraction for that one was the Grand Prismatic, which is huge, like pool of water that's coming out of the earth, and it actually said 500 gallons per minute are bubbling up from the earth, like boiling hot water with a bunch of bacteria that makes it all different colors.
Yeah, it was really amazing, and you got to see like the little like thermophile forest, like as the water was coming down. It's really interesting. Definitely worth a check out. And there's like there's the part where you go like right beside the crater, you can't really see it. And we did that part, like we just stood right next to the crater, and basically just saw it from like ground level. But there's like a hike that you can do that you can see it from like a mountain, and then you can see down into the crater.
Like the bird's eye view.
Yeah.
We didn't have time to do that one. But
Yeah.
next time.
Hi. Howdy. You can see it from the air.
Yeah.
That's it. Yep. There's the edges.
Yeah.
Grand Prismatic Spring.
It's warm. You can feel it hitting us.
Yeah.
It's coming right towards us.
It's like a warm kiss.
Good. Good. And then we drove down to Old Faithful, which is the biggest, most reliable geyser in the park, and it goes off. It goes off basically on
Every
schedule.
hour.
Yeah, it's really reliable as far as when it goes off. But Josiah and I we didn't keep track of the time, the schedule during the day and when it was supposed to go off, which you can find.
Yeah.
But we didn't. And then when we got there, we walked up from the the parking lot, and there was this huge mass of people.
Yeah,
that
been
they
waiting there
had
for a
probably
while.
been waiting for a while, like an hour or something. And right when we walked up, it just started to go
It
off.
went off.
So it's like perfect timing. I was like, we might have to wait a while, and then it
Like,
just went off.
Within
So
5 seconds, I was walking, it just started to explode. Like, well, not explode, but just go off.
it was perfect timing.
Perfect timing.
Wow.
Wow.
How did we do that?
We didn't do anything.
That's amazing. How did we do that?
Well, we just allowed the universal energy to come down and flow
Yes.
through us
Yes.
by eating French fries in the car
And talking.
and talking about nothing.
And then, yeah, about nothing. Wow. So then, the next day, we went to Grand Teton, and the drive to Grand Teton
Was super sick.
itself was so beautiful and so scenic.
I do have to warn you ahead of time. There's a 10%
Grade.
incline and decline.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get there. Your car will pick up speed by itself in low gear.
Yeah,
so
that was
if
the
you're not about
biggest.
that, you're gonna not have fun driving that road.
It was only, that part only lasted for
Yeah.
maybe 15 minutes.
Yeah, like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, but it's definitely, because you have to go through this one mountain pass,
Yeah.
and it's definitely intense, but
I mean, you're like right next to the cliff too, so
yeah, just
take it slow.
use low gear.
Yeah, take it slow.
But it was super scenic, and you actually got to touch a little bit of snow.
Yeah, for the first time.
It was more like ice at that point, but
Yeah.
you got to see it and touch it, so it was cool.
Down there and touch it. Zoom into it.
I did.
Snow. Wow.
This is really gorgeous.
Look at that plane.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Snow.
So that's what it looks like.
Well, no, it's melting, but
It's melting, but I'm touching it.
that's more like ice, not really. Yeah.
It's cold.
I touched snow.
It's more like ice.
Ice.
Close.
Close enough. I touched snow this trip.
Yeah. Wow, this is such a pretty area.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my gosh. Be careful. Wow.
Mind blowing.
Then we went to the town of Jackson Hole for breakfast.
Yes.
And wow, that town is really beautiful.
It's really
The
beautiful.
buildings are super beautiful. I mean, it's just basically a huge tourist town
Yeah.
because it's the big town right outside of Grand Teton. But it was like way bigger than the western town of West Yellowstone. It was way bigger, and the buildings were like so beautiful. They were like modern western.
Yeah.
It wasn't like real true western. It was like modern western. And there was so many shops.
Yeah, and in specialty shops too. Like there was a shop there that the hats cost like $500 to $600 for your cowboy hat. So yeah.
But really pretty town. And they even
Really
had a
pretty
little
town.
farmer's market. It was
Yeah.
nice.
Pretty ridiculous.
It's right at the base of the mountains.
Yeah. Right at the base of Teton, I guess the mountain's called. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a really amazing, beautiful lake. It's big too.
Crystal clear.
Crystal clear water, ice cold.
You can see all the way down.
Beautiful lake.
Amazing. And there's a shoreline where everyone is just hanging out and relaxing. It's so beautiful. The temperature was perfect.
Yeah.
Definitely coming.
Wow. Water's so clear.
So clean.
It's gorgeous. Wow.
You take a picture of the. Oh, there's even little fishes in here.
Wow. You love it?
Absolutely.
Ooh, cold.
Yeah, I bet.
Honestly, I'd be down to chill here all day.
Right?
All day.
Seriously. Then what did we do?
We took a boat across that lake to the hiking area.
And what'd you think of the boat?
The boat ride was awesome. Boat ride is definitely you should definitely do that.
Yeah, just take the boat.
Just take the boat. The water's super calm.
Yeah, the water is really flat. I was a little worried about the boat because I'm not a big fan of boats, but the water is completely flat and really nice. And if you don't take the boat, you have to hike all the way around, which is 2.5 miles each way to get to these other hikes we did after. So it's just worth it to pay and take the boat.
Yes, definitely.
Wow.
So once we got off the boat, we went out to the hidden waterfalls.
Yeah.
It's a short hike over there, and you can relax there in that spot, or you can just do a little bit of rock climbing and just go to the ponds that were a little bit higher up on the waterfall. But it's really beautiful.
So what did you do?
I did that. I climbed all the way up to the. I climbed as far as up as I could go. That I didn't think it was super slippery.
What did you think of that hike?
It was awesome.
It's not difficult, that portion, and it's really covered with shade.
Yeah.
And it's really beautiful and green, and you go over the waterfalls, or you go over the streams multiple different times. So that one's definitely easier. Anyone can do that hike.
Yeah, anybody can do that hike.
Don't fall. How do you get down now? Oh yeah. Jeez.
Yeah.
Was that fun?
Oh, it was fun.
Nice. It's fantastic.
I love it.
Love it? She's climbing it. She's doing it. I gotta give her some pep talk. Yeah. Huh? You're gonna do it. You already did it. There we go. There we go. That's what I could fucking hear. Right there. She did it. Let's go. Climb it up. It's a massive tree.
Wow.
Ooh, you know how old this tree is?
Yeah.
What you think?
I love it.
Let's drop that gorgeous over here.
Yeah.
Wow. Look up there. Show them the trees how far over there. I'm going in. Okay. There you go. Step on that rock.
Yeah. Oh,
There you go.
not stable. I'm good right here.
I'm going in.
Okay.
You want me still here? I'll take video with that camera.
Yeah.
There's a walkway right there. A little adventure. Got it.
Stuck in a tree.
Yeah. My hair keeps getting stuck in the branches. Wow. There's more to go over there too. Check out this spot first. All right, another obstacle right here for you. Come on.
Wow. I wonder when these fell.
Snow or something probably. After that, we did Inspiration Point. That one is a bit tougher.
Yeah.
Not a bit tougher, it's actually tougher.
Yeah. I mean, it was worth it for us to
super
do.
worth it.
You were right on the edge of a cliff for a large portion of that hike. Like, right on the edge.
You're at elevation too. It's not like it's a short fall too. It's a pretty like.
Yeah, you're climbing elevation, so it can get pretty tiring. But
Yeah.
it's not very long. It's only a half a mile. Like,
It's
you can
just
do it.
incline.
Yeah. And
So that's
it's
literally
rocky.
about it. Yeah.
But once you get to the top,
Oh man, the view.
yeah.
You get to see the
Worth it.
peaks. You get to see like both peaks, and
the
just
lake.
the lake too, and then the valley of Teton. Oh my
You
god.
can see all the mountains across the Rockies for like so far.
Yeah.
It was amazing. That
That's
was my
amazing.
favorite hike that we did this time.
From that point, you can choose to go on to the canyon hike, which we didn't do.
We didn't have
But
time.
that takes you to like more deeper into the mountains.
Next time we want to do that though.
Definitely. Wow. You did it. How do you feel?
Good.
Yeah, right there. Take a little breakaroo. This is amazing.
Oh my gosh. It's so beautiful.
It's beautiful. Ah, love my Mars.
Worth it.
Worth it. Gotta come yourself. That's the boat we went on earlier. That's how much further up we are now. Wow. How do you feel? How was that?
Oh. Tiring, but gorgeous.
A little intense there in that little bus part.
Yeah.
Huh?
Still good though.
Still really good. Ah.
Wow. 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 Let me get a picture of you.
Huh? Wow. That's where we're at. Like people like way down there. Yeah. Let's go.
Then we just did that scenic drive around the park before we left.
Yeah.
And that was really cool. You got to see a bunch of different angles of all the mountains.
So cool that we were just between those mountains.
Final thoughts of Idaho Falls.
Idaho Falls, it's a cute little town.
Yeah, it's a cute little town. It's pretty decent as far as like between the two. It's 2 hours away from each of the parks.
Yeah.
So it's pretty decent and it's inexpensive
Yeah.
for going to see both of those parks. Like it was the least expensive but closest that was also midway between both parks that I could find. So it worked out good for us. Even though it's more of a smaller town, but it was good. And then final thoughts, Yellowstone.
Yellowstone, I like the park. It's a massive park. We didn't really get. We scratched the surface when we went.
We scratched
Like,
the surface of both
For
of them.
both parks.
Yeah.
Like, Yellowstonene's like you're basically witnessing the super volcano you're standing on top of the entire time.
Yeah, it's more. It's
And you
not
see
as
wildlife.
much. It's not as much. I mean, I think there are some hikes into the mountains that you can do, but it's more of just
more
taking
driving.
trails and driving around all the geysers. There's so many geysers, and there's so many of like the prismatic lakes with the bubbling water. So it's more about that versus Grand Teton. Final thoughts.
That was more
scenic.
hiking friendly, more scenic, more. So out of the two, I prefer going to Teton more than Yellowstone.
Yeah, like we just love Grand Teton. It was so scenic
Yes.
comparative to Yellowstone, but it's great.
Yellowstone is beautiful too.
Yeah, and they're close enough that if you come and you just, stay near Grand Teton, then you can still do Yellowstone because it's only an hour or two away. So they're right next to each other, which is good. Anything else?
Definitely come and check them out yourself.
Yeah. So on to Montana for
National Glacier Park. Later.
Bubby. What's that?
Oh,
What is that? Oh my god. Oh, get it. Wait, go get him.
He's retreating. He's retreating.
Where are you going?
He's gonna find a company.
What are you doing? He's freaking out. He's freaking out. Look at the face. You okay? Are you okay?
I'm over here.
What? Whoa. What's on your head?
There's his back wrinkle.
Oh my god. You're freaking him out. You're freaking him out. What's going on?
What's up, puppy? Okay, I'll help you, kid. I had the kid. Oh, hold on, man.
You don't trust you.
Yeah, trust me. Don't trust me.
Push.
Yeah, push.
Actually knows a lot. Like what? Like he knows about elves and had red hair.
You grumpy.
Oh.
You telling me? What is a mo? What is a mo? Ooh, man.
Oh.
Ooh, scary.
Bottoms.
Mm.
It's so scary, so tiny.
Ooh, he's scary. He's scared.
His face. He's very mad. Oh.
We don't like it.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Hey. Bobby. Morty just eating it up. Whoa, too much.
Whoa.
Too much. He's sick of it now. Look at him. Bob's
He's got
like
his whiskers in his mouth.
his own mouth.
Yeah.
Whoa, you're pissed now.
He pissed.
Bob, you went too far.
Whoa.
Did you slip at him
Yeah.
chomping away? He just slapped him in the face.
He just turns violent.
Slap. Look at Bob.
Closes his eyes.
Get him, Bob. So rude. Here you are trying to bathe him. Get him, slap.
We're flying all over the place.
Oh, gonna slap. Like how Bob just slaps him in the face.
Yeah.
Slap.
Hey.
Moore's gonna bite his butt.
Yeah.
Bob closes his eyes.
Yeah.
Look at him. His eyes aren't even open when he's doing that.
He's taking all that aggression out.
They just slap each other. It's so funny. You guys are ridiculous. You're just slapping each other. Mortums. He's so happy. He loves when you scratch him like that. He's so happy. Hey. Hi. Are you happy? He's so cute. Hi.
Okay,
Oh, okay, bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.